Have another cake.
I can find out. I have a cell phone. Yes. Oh, I think we've met before. Hi, how are you? So nice to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you. You too? So, are we?
See the old picture of you out there?
Are we?
You were like 16.
Hi there.
Crazy.
Put it in this briefcase. That's the best advice I can give you. Otherwise, you might not find it all. the performances we did at the Playhouse, plays, Mitchell Flecker's plays, that Toby was in and I was in.
Where was this at the Playhouse?
At the Playhouse.
Where's that at?
Next door here.
Oh, over here in the theater.
Yeah.
We did do a performance there.
Yeah, and I hear that it was a little dark, we never got to see it. I would really treasure seeing even a band show, because it's the only one, and it's so rare. All us
They had the whole
old
stage taken up by the set from the
Yes.
something that
Right. I would love. I mean, you could have been with me on one horse. Well, I worked real hard to make that show happen. And it was a really rare thing because it was still trying to but maybe not all that much. And so it would really be wonderful. Even if
That's part of the Toby's School. That we did. On the synergy, or synergy.
now,
Yeah, the video that's called Synergy.
oh, I'm gonna check. I've never seen one frame.
Oh, so that's what it was shot for. The video about Toby. There's a section.
Well, he was a performer in it. It was really Mitchell Flecker's writing. And I directed my performance.
20 minutes of it is an example of his work. It's part of Synergy. And all the rest of it is
Got rid of? You wouldn't get rid of it.
I don't need much. I'm sure I gave Toby the originals.
Well, I hope he still has it. Well, I'll check it out. There was a lot more than Toby on that. It's pretty rare. Okay, started. That's nice. I get told something's going to get made, and I hope I can get to see it. I work hard and know. Did Mitchell get some? I have misinformation.
That's
Mendocino, people who have been around for a long time, never repeated. It was amazing. That was Mitchell Zucker's original writing. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you.
Someone requested that.
Very nice. Thank you.
I have just
There is a song with a good kind of car. It's very small. We meet on Sundays at 3 o'clock. We'll read some text, whatever that may be. We'll sit for about a half hour, then we'll read some text. And discuss it. So it's not really strictly within any particular tradition, nor is it written in terms of form or practice and that sort of thing. Most of the people there are working with beginners and looking at beginning to find their way around some of these ideas. So we'll read certain modules whether it be Doshan or Tantra or whoever it happens to be, but
So Toby, I want to ask you a question. Toby, tell me, what was a popular fad when you were in high school?
Skipping school. We enjoyed skipping school. I did it once a week, and our vice principal, Mr. Trathen, knew it, and but he liked me because we sang in the same church choir together. So he let me get away with it. With a friend, I did it, and we would go to the burlesque theater, Meyer Fritcher, the one who goes hoppa hoppa hoppa. We'd go there, and then we'd go up to Wintergreen and see the news, and that's probably my strongest high school experience. I didn't learn a damn thing in high school.
And where was that?
Or any place else.
Was that in where? Seattle or?
In Seattle, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Franklin High School in Seattle. I went to John Muir, and I maintained a relationship with a gal from preschool on through school. We sang together in productions, and right up until a year ago, and all of a sudden, I dial her number, and no one answers, and there is no message, and it just keeps going, and I'm thinking, somebody should answer that somebody. That's Lola, sweet Lola. Lola, if you happen to be watching this program now, God damn it, get in touch with me. Okay, enough.
Great.
A little too much?
no, great. Let's see if we walk through. Can I snare you for a happy birthday for Toby?
Oh, Toby, we are so happy to be here with your friends and family, many of whom have known you for so many years. It's really, really precious. What a celebration of your creativity and your love. Thank you so much for letting us share with you.
Michael, would you like to say happy birthday to Toby?
Oh no, he's too old at this point. Oh,
Worth it, huh?
nah, we'll do it. Happy birthday, Toby. You're a wonderful, wonderful man.
Happy birthday from you.
Happy birthday, Toby. You're the best. And we celebrate your 90 years of great happiness. And we're glad to be your friends.
Thank you.
This is Bonnie. Bonnie was the daughter of the best friend I ever had.
You're the David Jones. Hooty hoo. No, but I'll.
Yes.
Get lost in
Thought I'd tip you off.
There you go. Hey, George.
You know his sons too, yeah?
Oh yeah. Can I get a happy birthday for
Happy birthday, Toby. You deserve it. And let's do this every year. This is so much fun.
Thank
I
you.
love you.
We're gonna make the rounds. You want to say happy birthday?
Happy birthday, Toby. You both say happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Toby, the man of the hour.
Thank you. And yeah.
Yeah, Musette said, you want to sing? Happy birthday. Ooh, sing, sing, sing.
Thanks.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have a graduation from my middle school.
Went right from
Yes, I haven't met you, but yes, I have been introduced.
Hi, we're looking for happy birthdays. Are you here for the party with Toby?
I'm here for the party.
Would you like to give him a happy birthday
Sure.
on camera? Go for it.
What's happening? You're just going to take
filming
my
it.
picture. Filming it?
Yes, you're just saying happy birthday to Toby.
Okay, happy birthday to Toby. When do I start?
Right, and when it's running.
Oh, happy birthday, Toby.
Thank you.
And no, I want to say something.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Toby. To all the good times we shared together over the years. We'll always be friends, here and hereafter.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, I'm always around. We're looking to find some happy birthdays for Toby. Would you guys like to say something to the camera?
Pardon?
Would you like to say happy birthday to Toby on camera?
Oh, it's going to Toby, is that it?
Yes, it is.
Well, Toby, old man, I came to your birthday to see you, old man, and you are an old man. Happy birthday from another old man, Bob Callan.
Oh, I know, Toby. You're 90 and loving it.
Thank you. Now here we go. Happy birthday wishes.
Oh, so many happy birthday wishes for you, Toby. It's been such a pleasure and a privilege all these years to perform all over the place with you and have a lot of fun along the way, and, you know, good family energy, good friend energy, good, energy. Yeah, so glad to be here with you today and do another of our infamous and famous performances. Many blessings upon thy path.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Do you want to say happy birthday to Toby?
Okay.
Yeah, he'd probably like a good happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Thank you. And what's your name?
Sophia.
Sophia. Thank you, Sophia. I'm Terry. See me around. Good to meet you. Can I get a happy birthday from you?
Sure. Let me know when you got it on.
It's rolling already.
Hello, Toby. I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. 90 years, that's quite an achievement. May you be blessed.
Thank you. Lori, let me come around. I'm coming around. I got it.
Is this a birthday message?
Yes, it's the birthday wishes to Toby. This is great.
Okay, here, I think Toby speaks for himself.
This is perfect.
He's a poet, he's a painter, and there he is, beautiful. It's alive, vibrant. He has a kind heart, so I guess I would call him 90 years young. Happy birthday, Toby.
Thanks. wishes.
What?
We're getting birthday wishes. Would you
Oh,
like to say happy birthday?
happy birthday, Toby. Merry birthday, Toby. Many happy returns. Yeah, Toby is one of my close buddies. Yeah. I'm sure we've had past lives together. So I'm here to celebrate, you know, his life, and as long as he wants to do it.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Here we go. Doing birthday wishes to Toby.
Well, before you do this, yeah, I
Of course, we're going to have to get one from you. Happy birthday. We're getting happy birthday.
Not my birthday.
No, but a wish to Toby.
Well, happy birthday, Dad. We love you. Pretty special event. Like most 90-year-olds, you know. So we're going to have a little push-up contest in a while. Are you going to come?
Me?
Yeah. I bet he can do twice as many as you.
He probably could. Lucky if I can do one.
Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, how you doing?
There's your old friend.
Let's do Dada.
Oh, Dada.
You told me you wanted to do Dada.
Yes, I did. We'll do Donna as an encore. If they hiss and boo, we won't do it. If they clap, we'll do it.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they hiss and boo, we will. We'll stuff it down.
Boo, boo for you.
Yeah.
Boo, boo for you.
have you done
I should change it.
or you weren't an adult?
Okay, guys, time for the happy birthdays. Sing a song? No, you can just do a well wishing. Happy birthday to Toby after you. We're not rolling. I'm going to do this. You do. In fact, if you want to do that. You know,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going on TV.
Oh yeah, now this is for Toby.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready. Well, once you do your sign, I'll start rolling.
My sign?
Yeah, you got to do, spin your hand.
Oh, I thought you were going to do
Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll do that. Okay.
Okay, so we're on.
Hi, Doug Waldo here at Toby Lurie's happy birthday party, his 90th birthday, and we're here at the Art Center in Mendocino, that's California for those who are ignorant of geography. And I just want to wish Toby, I haven't actually had a chance to meet with him tonight, but he's a dear, dear friend. Take my word for it. I love him dearly. Can we just cut?
Wait, but we gotta know, what are you wearing tonight for the walk down the red carpet?
Well, this is a Pierre Salant outfit. Well, outfit. I mean, obviously it's more than an outfit.
Cardigan.
And I don't want to brag, but we're talking thousands of dollars. Because I am a member of the 1%, and I'm proud of that because I worked hard and I got that when I was born. My parents gave me all that, but I worked hard coming out of the birth canal. So I don't have any guilt. And if you have a problem with that, then
Okay. Is that somewhere near the Erie Canal?
yes.
It's kind of eerie down there.
It is, yeah, it's eerie. It might be. I'm not sure. I didn't get much of an education because I didn't need to. I got lots of money handed to me. So maybe so. Maybe that's right next to the Erie.
Rick, you want to say something?
And I'm Rick. And this is going to come. Okay, he's.
Talk right to the right here.
Talk right
Here. Talk right to that. Yeah. Ignore him. Yeah. Ignore him.
Okay. So I'm here to celebrate Toby's 90th, and it's amazing that he's in such incredible shape for 90. I'm half his age, and I'm 1/4, as evolved as he is. So. But anyway. But Doug is a tough act to follow. You should have asked me, like 20 minutes ago.
True, that's true. And by the way, he lied about his age, but I probably shouldn't have said that.
No, you can't.
I'm sorry. Can you just cut? Yeah. But
so and Doug is going. Doug is one of his. What do you call
are you on?
He does his
acolyte.
He's
an acolyte or an apprentice?
Are you running? Okay, go ahead. Are you gonna compliment?
He reads his poetry.
Yes.
I applaud at the end. That's my role.
And you do it very well. I'd like to go on officially. You're one of the best I have ever seen. You want to give a... Well, you can't because you're holding a plate. It's too bad, folks, because if you ever saw this guy applaud, you'd say, I just saw one of the best ever.
Can you applaud like Hamlet style? Do Shakespearean applause? Enough. Who knows? It's live right now.
This is actually. It's live. It's live on. On Channel 3.
I gotta drive my daughter.
Yeah, we're still live.
Couldn't take tomorrow off.
On Channel 3.
No, and then Toby said he had probably 15 or 20.
God, that makes me feel good. It's you, Mr. Tech. Terry Vaughn.
Rick.
We've worked together.
Great thing on the National Monument, the thing on the woodworking program. That's a lot, studio show, interviews.
But
made audience and it was TV. No, yeah, so we'll see what happens in taking up Channel 3 soon.
We were coming through Glacier National Park down through Montana, and we went through this one area.
Right. You know, I thought it was like a duh.
If it just had a little rain and the cherries were all right, and the farmers had them on the side of the road selling them to us in California. It seemed like nothing.
A lot of people can't see around it.
They couldn't ship them. They couldn't sell them. He just got such a wonderful drive. It's very I know. We thought we could sit to our stomach, but we weren't because they were so ripe and ready. Nothing would make us, our tummies hurt.
Give it away. Keep it yourself. It's the city. That's the model I Yeah.
I imagine,
I knew that. So when people around here never hear about either the city take the money throw it in. It's kind of what happened. Community first fed it, and then they gave up.
They didn't have anybody, well, not really, the person
excited. One of the things we're doing in this is I'm, really pushing that they do not shut down the facility and that they keep all the connectivity up. 3 channels. Really lighten up the region if they can get that. They can have their theater and you can have a studio? Yeah, the studio's behind the booth. So the stage is in front of the studio's in the right. Yeah, so there's really...
See this step?
I'm trying to talk to people. It's people out there, and there's tons of people want to do something. It's just how many times people come up and go down. But the one thing common is they're all
then they all something like or they see
like we did with the boys, we used to wear museum. Mainly due to lack of attention. Never realized how touching it is. We're not talking about the ones that did Fairbanks. No, that was their 20. That was their anniversary. No. We just invited all the candidates. What it turned into. The board. Oh, right. They had they closed it down, locked it down, said it was secret. They're the only ones we can't do it. Nobody could contact anybody. That would actually have communication on average. Did not have that. We grew up in our apartment. Paranoid would be a little I went into that totally blind and like to send an invitation to contact people. I'm caught up in something that sounded like a spine. They have a lot of stuff. Oh yeah. But your buddy, Kathy? Well, he attended the forum. Brian, but all the others Lindy did a great mixed it, shot it. Crystal went out beautiful. Sit on the edge and that, and you'll avoid it. No kidding? So now, Mary is now. The last things I've heard said about Mendocino looked up even to me. What I realized is that so rather than which is unfortunate because we've been really trying to be Richard Miller and I have been doing things on and off throughout the year, so that has really been a problem because if they're afraid it breaks into their syndication. That's okay if you want to come talk.
Yeah, yeah.
Good morning. He thought I was joking when I said that. Yes, I do. Hi.
Hi.
We have here Lindsay Shields with the Mendocino Arts Center.
Bowers.
Hello, hello.
Hi, how are
Education
you?
director for the Mendocino Arts Center, and we're absolutely delighted to
There.
have
Glad to
Toby
be here.
here for his 90th birthday. Yay, Toby!
Yay, Toby. Many years of fabulous work.
He has been a worker, music, art, etc., etc. We're very delighted that he is 90 and still here.
And celebrating with us.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
Here's
Cheers.
to Toby.
Yay.
Quick.
Give me a happy birthday. One last happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you, Toby.
Happy birthday. Come on, we gotta finish it.
To you. Happy birthday, dear Toby. Happy birthday to you.
I'm going in.
Are you ready to get out?
I'm not lying. This is live.
Oh, it's live?
Yeah, when I said live, I really am.
Oh, well,
We're
glad
broad-
to be alive today.
Toby,
I got 60.
Oh, how are you? Okay, want to let me get a birthday wish from you? No.
She's got a lovely story to tell.
Hi, we're looking for happy birthdays.
30 years. Okay.
Just say some wishes or tell Toby. Wait a minute, let me get.
Well, he knows how we met, so I don't need to tell him that.
Oh, that's right.
But Toby, for the last 30 years, you've been a part of my life, and happy birthday, happy 30th anniversary. And Sophia is now the age that I was when we first met. She's 8 and I'm 38. And you're 90, and we love you. Happy birthday, Toby.
With Toby, yeah. So, I can't even use
Might be easier to improvise. You're going to follow the script.
Right.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, well, I figure someone better because Toby may not be getting
He's been hitting it pretty good.
I know. And, 420 came and went, didn't it? That we should comment 420 or 430 to look at it. It's all right. No, we've done it so many years now. It's okay. It's going to be fun.
He said he wrote some composition just for this.
Yeah, I thought it wouldn't be bad to just glance at it. I tried to make that happen.
I wouldn't give it up.
He said, yeah, good idea, okay. He has a lot of decisions and talk.
You've worked with him before, right?
Yeah, for years.
You know what
It's part of your
energy going, right? That fear or whatever.
This one, you know, really like this center one off. I'm liking the center one because you can't see it. And the more you look at it, the more it gets worse. They start coming out. And they're just But like this part is really interior. This. Yes, yeah, really nice. Maryland, also known as Mother Bear. Yeah. Pleasure. You see there on my Maryland. Toby Lawrence, who was right here.
Yeah, I've been up before.
Where are you from, John? Me too. Northeast. I came up to you were the fourth person that I have. But there is a kind of, you know, the language of connected with beings from here too. There's nothing to, you know.
It was positive for me to get away from it when I was 19.
Okay, what kind of trouble were you in? I left when I was 17. Yeah. I went to Boston, I went to college. First person in my family. I did get a degree. Yeah, I went to Boston University.
You're the other person.
we've only got
It's not about nothing.
we'll catch up.
Oh, consider about nothing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Consider about nothing, right. Yeah, wow. Wow, consider about nothing.
Yeah.
I know you said there was a place, but I can't find where the first goes.
Only goes out there with a couple of seabirds. You know, a couple of seabirds. I just come back from talking to the seabirds. Sometimes it doesn't talk back. I know it's nice. I turned the best way.
Well, good already anyway.
30 seconds. I got it. There we go. The greatest moment of my life. Hey, all right, baby.
Mendocino Arts Center. I'm Dana. I'm the exhibition coordinator at the Mendocino Arts Center. And we would like to thank you for coming. There's Lindsay back there. You're here. I said, good evening. And welcome to the Mendocino Arts Center. I'm Dana. I'm the exhibition coordinator. And we would like to wish Toby a happy birthday. So let's hear it. Toby?
Okay.
Right, that was nice and short-winded. Who are you?
Well, I'm very happy to be here tonight. In fact, I'm I'm very happy to be anywhere. But anywhere is the where that I am. It's the good where I'm feeling.
Yes.
That's what counts.
Especially if you're with
Wow,
us.
this is such a rare moment. I hope you all experience it. I used to be the youngest kid in the class, and the youngest kid in the club in the room, and all of a sudden I turned around. And I had changed a little bit, but here I am, and it's great seeing all you. Thank you to the Mendocino Art Center for allowing this event to occur here. Let's thank them if any of them are here. And I want it to be your celebration as well as mine. So what I hope to do is get involved with some of you in different ways. It's coming up. If you have anything to say, you can say it whenever you want to say it. We'll keep it very informal, and
We'll just
we'll
put it
have
into
some
the
fun.
poetry.
We'll have some fun. So Nancy and Brian are going to, I have 3 books here. 2 of them are called geriatric poems. I mean, 1, 2, 3. And the other one is compositions for my 99th birthday. I've been doing these for my, did I say 99?
You did. You did.
Wow.
You have a few more years to write a few more.
Yeah, maybe wishful thinking, but we'll see what happens. So if Nancy and Brian would come up, we're going to read a few poems that I've written for the occasion. And repetition, which is essential to the fugue, because the fugue is when one voice begins and another voice follows, kind of like a shadow or an echo, sometimes catching up, sometimes falling behind, and maybe if you're really industrious, doing a 3rd voice or maybe a 4th voice. In all symphonies and all classical music, you hear fugues happening all the time. So that's the essential part, and sometimes each voice is dealing with a different theme, a different idea or concept. So you might, sometimes you can follow just one voice and get one stream of it, but then at all times, the 3 voices, let's say, and I write a lot for 3, the 3 voices are always intertwining like that painting there where I've got all the bar lines intertwining. So here we go. And I'm going to try and flavor it with humor because, you know, I've been talking about moving on, and I've been talking about passages and so on and so forth. So that's been, it usually is with old people. Most of you know about it.
And aches and pains.
I'm talking more to myself these days.
I'm talking more to myself.
I'm talking.
I'm talking more to myself.
I'm talking more to myself these days.
I'm talking on the inside.
And on the outside.
More to myself these days. These days, to myself.
It's all talk. It's all conversation.
It's all talk.
All conversation.
And I seem
to be listening.
More carefully these days.
90 years ago.
On this day,
On
90
this day.
years ago.
90 years and more ago.
My mother was pregnant with me.
Very pregnant.
My mom was.
Sweet treasured soul.
My mom.
There were 3 ahead of me.
There were 3.
I'm talking.
And dear Mom
Ahead of me.
And I'm talking more.
had had enough.
I'm talking more to myself.
And dear Mom had enough.
More to myself these days.
So she called Bill Secord, a dear friend.
Talking on the inside.
So she called Belle Secord.
And a pharmacist.
And on the outside.
A dear friend.
And asked her.
And a pharmacist.
What she could do.
And asked her.
It's all talk.
To send me away.
It's all conversation.
What she might do.
Belle suggested.
And I seem to be listening.
To send me away.
More carefully.
She climbed on the kitchen table.
Belle suggested.
I'm talking more to myself
talking more
I'm talking more to myself these days.
And jumped to the floor.
She climbed on the kitchen table.
Talking on the inside.
Mom did as suggested and jumped.
And on the outside.
And jumped to the floor.
And sprained her ankle.
It's all talk.
Mom did as suggested.
It's all conversation.
And jumped.
Then Belle said.
It's all talk.
And sprained her ankle.
Take a ride on a rutty road.
Then Belle said.
It's all conversation.
And there were plenty of rutty dirt roads.
Take a ride on a rough dirt road.
90 years ago.
And I seem to be listening more carefully.
I seem to be listening more carefully. These days.
But that didn't help either.
Same results.
For here I am.
Here I am.
Still in love with life.
Still in love with that
dear
lady.
Who failed to do me in.
Or is it out? I'm talking more to myself these days. Talking on the inside.
And on the outside.
And I seem to be listening. To be listening. Listening.
More
carefully.
My wife is beaming back there. They're not going to throw me out. We're going to have fun. Because after we've done some of our things, I'm going to ask if anyone wants to come up and do one with me. You know.
Carolyn told me she wanted to.
Improvise. Huh?
Carolyn told me she wanted to do one.
Which Carolyn? There are 3 Carolyns here.
There
Which
are?
Carolyn?
I only know one.
Oh, okay, that one. So, we go on. It's coming. It's practically here.
It's coming.
Now it's here.
It's practically here.
It's coming.
And now it's gone. But it's here.
Now it's here.
It's practically here.
Don't you feel it?
Now it's gone.
Now it's here.
But it's here.
Look around.
Look around.
But it's here.
I welcome you here.
But it's here.
And now it's gone.
Don't you feel it?
Don't you feel it?
Isn't that
the way it goes?
Often it comes.
It comes.
And it comes in a moment.
And it comes.
So suddenly gone and forgotten.
so suddenly gone.
By those
and forgotten.
So suddenly.
who are forgotten too.
By those
Gone.
who are forgotten too.
By those who
By
are
those
forgotten
who
too.
are
By those who are
forgotten
forgotten too.
Gone
and forgotten, but never forgotten.
And now we're here.
And
now
in this sacred moment.
We're here.
And now we're here.
And you are here to celebrate.
And you are here.
And you
With me.
To celebrate.
are here.
Again. To celebrate.
Are here.
With me.
And you.
This special moment.
No less for you
This special moment.
than for me.
No less for you.
And now it's here.
Dear souls from everywhere.
Than for me.
No less for you.
And from yourselves.
Dear souls from everywhere.
This special moment.
Than for me.
And from yourselves.
A celebration no less for
No
you
less
than for me.
No less than for you than for me.
Bless you all on this day.
Bless you all.
Sprung from eternity.
On this day.
Bless you all.
Of this moment.
Sprung from the eternity.
On this day.
Of this moment.
Sprung from the eternity of this moment.
Sprung from the eternity of this moment.
Moment.
Protect and love yourselves. I say protect and love yourselves. And love yourselves. And protect those who love you. We have one more. It's called. By the way, I don't want to pass up on the opportunity to mention to those of you who are my friends from Fort Bragg, Mendocino, hereabouts, and those who don't know, that I have a lot of family here. I have a son from Mexico with his lady, Rohan. I have a stand. That's what they stand. That's a good idea. Stand. I have another son from right close to Ojai. There he is. Yes. Sit down. And I have a dear daughter who came all the way from the Fiji Islands. She lives on an island that was once owned by Raymond Burr, who was purchased by someone who later joined her spiritual community, which exists on the island, and gave the island to the group. And so it's a small island. There are 200 Fijians who live on one end, and about 60 in her spiritual community that live on the other end. And she adores the life she's leading there. It's been so good for her. And she's so bright and light and pure. You got to stand again after that. Well, that's true. Nancy just, by the way, Nancy is a dear friend too. I met Nancy at the second showing of my art in 1983 or 4.
I can't remember. 80.
I think it was 30 years ago.
Jessica thinks she was 8 there, and she's 38. So
stand up, yes.
Do the math.
And we have become dear friends, all of us, all the members. In fact, we, well, I won't tell about that one. It didn't work anyway.
Go on.
Anyway, it's been great being a part of their greater family, and oh, I'm sorry.
That's right.
This should have been the first person that I introduced. What was your name? Brian. Brian belongs to Nancy, and they both belong to me. I had a group when we lived in Alameda called the East Bay
Choral Ensemble. No.
Yeah, and we did this kind of stuff, and then of course, I mean, once you start, then you're in trouble because I've got grandchildren, and
your ex-wife.
Yeah.
That's right. Don't forget.
Maybe everybody I know should stand up and introduce themselves. I don't know who the hell they are. I don't recognize a face. If you're 90 years old, you can say that and get away with it. 90 fucking years old.
What an inspiration you are to all of us.
I hope I'm doing
Is he not an inspiration, everyone?
Absolutely.
Well, that's good because most people who inspire others are outgoing.
But you're more shy.
And I'm shy. But I would like to mention now, I haven't done this in a long time. I always like to do chest dip my age in numbers. And if you will pick me up, I'll get down on the ground.
I'll be happy.
Chest dip my age, and I'll start the count. You don't think I can do it?
We don't want you to try.
I don't think you need to do it. You don't need to prove anything.
They don't. I wasn't going to do it with one arm.
I'm tired just thinking
Listen,
of it.
I don't really have to do it because I had so much fun practicing the last few days.
Yeah.
I know I can do it. Just take my word for it. This is a real complaint, and it hasn't disturbed me in the least. In fact, I'm enjoying the process. There are processes when, well, most of you know, I mean, other than a few of the kids, 90% of you are senior citizens.
Oh, shut up.
You're pretty okay. I'll bet the average age here, by the way, in the third row is a dear man. His name is Bob, and I wrote a poem in it. I think you will be mentioned in the poem because I knew that there would be only one person here older than myself. Stand up, Bob. Raise your hand. Personally, Bob is 90. Bob, you're 93, and you're still working out at the club, and his mind is. Well, it's damn near as sharp as mine. We have a lot of fun together. That's the only person I know who's older than myself. But there are five or six of you who are borderline. I see that. I won't mention any names. So this poem is called Losing Language. I've been complaining about losing language since I can't remember.
I've been complaining.
I've been complaining about losing language.
So it must have been.
Since I can't remember.
About losing language.
A very long time.
So it must have been.
Or a very short time.
A very long time.
Since I can remember.
If one agrees.
So it must have been.
Or a very short time.
A very long time.
That there is.
If one agrees.
Such a thing.
Or a very short time.
That there is.
If one agrees.
As time.
That there is
that
such
there
a thing.
is such a
that
thing.
There is such a thing.
As time.
As time.
20 years ago seems like the same.
20 years ago.
As 30 or 40 years ago.
I've been complaining.
Seems the same.
There is no way of measuring.
There is no way.
about losing
A
language.
period of time.
Of measuring.
Other than with memory.
Since I can't remember.
A period of time.
And there is no way at all.
Other than with memory.
Of measuring memory.
So it must have been.
And there is
no way at all.
Of measuring memory.
Memory measuring.
Measuring memory.
All I can say, and I'll say it.
All I can say.
Is that I've been complaining.
And I'll say it.
All I can say.
About losing language.
Is that I've been complaining.
And I'll say it.
Since I can remember.
About losing language.
So it must have been.
Is that I've been complaining.
Since I can remember.
About losing language.
A very long time.
So it must have been.
Since I can remember.
A very long time.
So it must have been a
So
very long time.
So it must have been a very long time.
Or a short time.
I believe
I believe
I should clarify about
losing
language.
When I lose what I lose.
When I lose.
What remains.
What I lost.
Is enough.
When I lose.
What remains.
What I lose.
Is enough.
What remains
What
is enough.
remains is enough.
What remains is enough.
When I lost what I lose.
And I lose.
What I lose.
What I lose. But if I'm patient, what I've lost.
If I'm patient.
Returns to me.
What I've lost.
But if I'm patient.
Not necessarily in its original form.
Returns to me.
What I've lost.
Not necessarily.
Returns to me.
But in a form.
In its original form.
Not necessarily.
Just as interesting and colorful.
But in a form.
In its original form.
Just as interesting.
But in a form.
And colorful.
Just as interesting and colorful.
Perhaps so that the original.
Perhaps more so.
Perhaps.
Than the original.
So when I complain
more
about
so
losing language.
So when I complain
than the original.
About losing language.
So when I complain.
Since I can't remember.
That I've been losing language.
Since I can't remember.
Since I can't remember. Just ignore me.
I have a friend here. He's a crazy man, and I love him because he's authentically crazy. When I act crazy, I'm faking it. Sean, come on up here.
Right. Yeah, thanks. Settle down.
Sean, you're not going to do anything crazy, are you?
No, I'm going to do something crazy here with him.
That wouldn't be right, would it?
Yeah, that wouldn't be anything else but crazy.
You're not the sort of person that would take advantage of me.
Absolutely not.
Even if you had the opportunity.
Oh, wait a minute. I presume I do have the opportunity all the time.
Anytime you want. So I wrote this book in the late 70s. So we're going back. What you heard now was written very recently. And I used to come up to Fort Bragg quite frequently. And I spent some time in Cleon. And it's called The Beach at Cleon. And I wrote it over a 5-day period, each day being a complete unit within itself. And we're not going to read the entire Beach at Cleon, but Sean came up and to do some recording with me. He's a recording artist. And I'm sure you recognize him.
I do. I do too.
And he came up and I was having difficulty finding duets because most of my stuff is for 3, 4, 5 voices. And but I had this book, The Beach at Cleon, and I thought, well, I'm going to run it by him.
I sat up all night reading it. It's just an extraordinary journey about discovering knowledge just before passing into another world. And it's a really interesting search. You know?
I'm still searching.
Yeah, I know. So keep on.
Are you still searching?
Yeah, keep on.
Anybody in this room still searching?
Yes. Yeah, well, we can search right through this. I'm telling you.
Okay, so I hope your searches are successful searches. Beach at Cleon. My mind is drifting.
My mind is drifting.
The air is still.
The air is still.
A fly annoys my body.
A fly annoys my body.
I strike at
I
it.
strike at
It returns.
It returns.
I am on the beach.
I'm on the
at
beach
Cleon.
at Cleon.
The sea a low hum.
The sea is a low hum.
I am naked.
I'm naked.
Who cares?
Who cares?
It
It's
is
all so unimportant.
And yet, I turn the page.
You turn the page.
I turn the page.
You turn the page.
Repeat me.
Repeat me.
It is all.
It is
so
all so unimportant.
And yet, she died beautifully.
She died beautifully.
No fear.
No fear.
A wise smile.
A wise smile.
Returning to where
she began.
And beyond.
And beyond.
I rest a while.
I rest a while
on the sand.
On the sand.
At the beach in Cleon.
At the beach in Cleon.
A bird calls.
A bird calls.
And yet,
it is all so unimportant.
When she died,
she
didn't die.
She didn't die.
Just went back.
Went back.
Back. And beyond. A little lunch.
A tuna sandwich.
A banana.
An orange.
I run on the beach.
A run.
Alone.
Alone.
And yet, I've been here before.
I have been here before.
So quiet on the bed.
So quiet on the bed.
Give us some urine.
Give us some urine.
And she tried.
And she tried.
But now gazing.
But now gazing.
She has the knowledge.
She has the knowledge.
She is almost there.
She's almost there.
She is there.
She is there.
And yet,
we
love each other.
We love each other.
We hate each other.
We hate each other.
There is envy.
There is envy.
There is greed.
There's greed.
We whisper.
We whisper.
We don't
We
hear.
don't hear.
There is nothing,
There is nothing to hear.
There is nothing not
There's
to
nothing
hear.
not to hear.
Goodbye, little lady.
Goodbye, little lady.
She waited for her last child.
For her last child.
And now she knows.
And now she knows.
And yet,
another.
The pain.
The pain. It is all so unimportant.
But why?
And
yet.
But why?
Have I been here before?
But why?
Foot in the sand.
And yet.
Fears.
But why?
I wonder.
And yet.
I look around.
But why?
My shirt in the sand.
And yet.
A bottle half buried.
But why?
A logging truck.
And yet.
Clouds on the horizon.
But why?
I'm uneasy.
And yet.
Sucking my pencil.
But why?
And yet.
Does it really matter?
But why?
Does anyone care?
And yet.
I wonder.
But why?
I look around.
And yet.
I sit up.
But why?
A bottle half buried.
And yet.
Have I been here before?
Not me.
Not me.
It
is all so unimportant.
My mind is drifting.
My mind is drifting.
The air is
The
still.
air is still.
A fly annoys
A
my
fly
body.
annoys my body.
I strike.
I strike at it.
It returns.
It returns.
I am on the beach.
I am on the beach at Cleon.
The sea a low hum.
The sea a low hum.
I'm naked.
I'm naked.
Who cares?
Who cares?
It is all.
It is all so unimportant.
She looked beautiful.
She looked beautiful when she died.
And yet.
And yet.
So we'll do. Was it okay? Worth hearing the last movement. Jan is here. Jan, my first wife.
Stand up.
And I think my second wife is here too. I don't remember this.
Yeah, they're sisters.
They're sisters.
While I'm standing, I would like to acknowledge Lisa and Rowan and Nancy for that wonderful spread.
Yay.
So then, Jan, I wanted to mention, you know, that writing was about your mom. Yes. That was a while ago, wasn't it? I want to talk a little bit about my paintings because they're a very important part of my work. I think if I had to choose one thing to do, it would be writing over painting and over music. But the fortunate thing is that all three are connected. And there's no way in my mind that they can be unconnected. There are scores under here, things happening under the canvas, and then a little poetry, and some of the poetry you see is etched in. I just use a tool and etch it in. I can't read it quickly, but consider nothing in the realm of everything. One must believe in nothing, in which case nothing is something, if anything. And here we are at the end of another ending, which is everything. And so that the text, normally when I'm writing poetry, I would take that text and start playing. Whoops. Very good. Thank you. That scared me so much that I have to have a drink. So we'll do the last movement. And because I think it works by itself. This is movement number 5. This is the fifth part.
This is the fifth part.
This is the 5th day.
There are 5 women.
There are 2 voices.
I am counting again.
And the number is 10.
All numbers are 10.
This is a brief summation,
of
what I have said
and why. It is
all
so unimportant.
And
yet,
something needed to be said.
Something.
Is it understood?
Does it have a meaning?
Does it have a meaning?
Is it understood?
By whom?
And for whom?
Today I gathered garbage.
Today I gathered garbage from the beach at Cleon.
Today I am clothed.
Today I'm clothed.
The sun has had too much of me.
The sun,
the air is still,
has had too much.
The sea aloha
of me.
I am alone.
The air
in
is
my
still.
Thoughts,
the sea a hum.
Wondering.
I am alone.
If something needs to be said.
In my thoughts.
If I have said it.
Wondering.
And if it will be understood.
If something needs to be said.
It is all so unimportant.
If I have said it.
It is all so unimportant.
And if it will be understood.
I've been here before.
It's all so unimportant.
I have learned
about
the women in my life.
About the women in my life.
About their suffering.
Their suffering.
About how death.
About death from another watching her let go. I have learned the lesson that we must die in order to live.
That was her proudest moment.
And I've been here before.
She waited for her last child.
And I have been here before.
Her body so frail.
And I have been here before.
And when she died.
And I have been here before.
She didn't die.
I've been here.
And I've been here.
Before.
Before.
Just went back.
And I've been here before.
And now she knows.
Now we all know.
But we don't know.
Shortly I will get up.
Shortly I will get up.
Take my towel and garbage.
Take my body.
And depart this beach.
And yet.
I will not be missed.
And yet.
The beach will never mention my name.
And yet.
Persons will not mention my name. I may wonder
and yet,
if I was ever here.
And yet.
But why?
I may forget.
But why?
It's all so unimportant.
But why?
But I am on the beach at Cleon.
But why?
My 5th day here.
But why?
Clothed against the sun.
But why?
No birds today.
But why?
The sky is blue.
The sea a low hum.
The sea a low hum.
My mind is drifting.
My mind is drifting.
Have I said it before?
Have I said it?
Is it understood?
Is it understood?
Who cares?
Who cares? It is all so unimportant.
And yet?
But why?
And yet?
But why?
And yet?
But why?
So, anybody want to say anything? This is your chance.
It's so
Anybody want to say anything?
Bravo.
You're touching your plans.
Or ask a
I'd just like to
question?
say, I'm a musician, and what I just heard was the most beautiful music. The timing of your two voices worked so well together. Really, I heard your vision of counterpoint in the words, and I heard the vowels and the music of the way you work together was really a counterpoint of not only the combination between meaning and music. I love
You're hearing Joel Andrews, whom I've known from the 50s. Not well, not intimately, but he lived up in Mountain Drive in Santa Barbara, which was a real bohemian hangout. And Joe became a harpist and has traveled the world with his harp. And it was Joel who entertained us with his harp the first hour. And Joel and I got reconnected about 10 years ago. I had a show of my paintings right here, Joe. The show was here in another gallery. And Joel came up to me and he said, what did you accurately say?
Well, it was something like, I can't remember it exactly because I'm losing memory like all of us, but it was something like, well.
Do you know someone?
I recognize you, and I said something like, well, your poetry sounds exactly like this friend I knew in Santa Barbara. And then you said to me, but I am Toby. So we
And he said to me, how do you know? And I said to him, I don't know. And he said to me, you better find out.
And you said it's also unimportant.
Yeah. And I'm still working on it. So now I want to do something with all of you. This is great fun. And then Tony and Mother Bear, who are a part of the group that we have had for about 10 years. And they've been so loyal and they're so good. And we were supposed to meet here at 4:30 and
4:20.
4:20. That's right. We changed it to 4:20. And then I got a message that Tony said I'll be there before 4:30, between 4:30 and 5. So I figured, okay, that means Tony will be here at 5:15. And so when they arrived finally, I said, you don't really need to see it. But I mean, it sure helps to see it, but they're gonna be reading it cold in a little bit, and
I'm excited
you could never
about
guess that they were gonna do that. So, I used to play the song game, and I just wanna see, my guess is that most of you can get with many of these songs. I wanted to be an opera singer, and I won't go through that whole thing, but I studied voice a lot and realized I didn't like opera, and began singing a lot of ballads. And I love the old ballads. And what I'd like to do is do a sing-along, a Mitch Miller thing, maybe.
Wow.
I'll do the first line of the song, and then you do the second line. And I'll go back to the old stuff. I don't want to set the world on fire.
I just want to start a flame in your heart.
That's it, in my heart I have but one desire. And that one is you, no other will do. What's a bridge? I've lost all permission for worldly claim. I just want to be the one you love. And with your permission, if you feel the same, I'll have reached the goal I'm dreaming of. I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart. Okay, let's try another one. We'll start with the letter A. Go to the alphabet. At last, my love has come along. My lonely heart knows the night came along. Well, I didn't get much help on that one. Here's a great old one. Toodle-lama, lama, toodle-lama, toodle-la-yay.
In the umbrellas, to fix today.
Bring your parasol, it may be small, it may be big. He prepares them all with what you call
a thingamajig.
Right. How about this one? This was a great ballad. Let's build a stairway to the stars. I can't believe it. I'm not trying another one. This is a Perry Como. This is a Perry Como one. I used to sing this with a band, Afro-American band, below the public market in Seattle. Go down some stairs, and I was the only white dude there, and I used to sing this song. This was one of my favorite songs. It's a Perry Como song. Alone from night to night you'll find me. I need no castles to remind me. I'm just a prisoner of love. God, a couple. I'm amazed. Is it memory? Is it probably?
No, it's just that you're older than everybody.
Dancing in the dark.
What?
Pick a good song like Dozy Dotes.
That one I'm dancing in the dark.
Okay, here we go. Ups at Rawson on the river raw and the brawler soon.
Could you sing the second
The
verse?
Hudson is the river raw is the stream. The brawl is the boy and girl there. Hutsat is their dream. Hutsat Rawson on the river raw and the brawler soon. Hutsat Rawson and the brawler soon. All right, I must confess. I'm very disappointed.
You made all those songs up.
Now, Joe, you particularly, you're a few years older than me, aren't you?
Me?
Me?
I guess what you haven't told them is that you were once on the $64,000 question because your incredible memory of this song.
Okay.
Toby, maybe you need to do something from the Beatles. And then you'll get the whole crowd.
Who are the Beatles? All right, here's this one was on the Lucky Strike hit parade for more weeks than any song on record. And how many of you remember the Lucky Strike hit parade?
No.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that hand is trembling. Well, this was on the hit parade longer than any song for 172 weeks on the hit parade, with non-stop. Do you remember the hit parade?
Yes.
The camel.
Lucky Strike.
So this is the song. See if you know this. If you know it, stand up and do the second line so we know you're not cheating. Okay. Red sails in the sunset, where I see. There, Jan. Home safely to me. He sailed at the dawning. All day I've been sunset. My God, the ignorance of people.
Did you say 172 weeks?
Alright, this is the last one.
Yeah.
This is the last one. That was me.
Hey, Mitch Miller was a lot better than you. You said Mitch Miller, right?
I don't happen to agree with you much.
You never do, it's why.
Well, because you're too disagreeable.
You've said that before.
So this is. Oh, we did Red Sails in the Sunset.
Yeah.
Did anybody remember Kate Kaiser in the College of Musical Knowledge?
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you've heard of that.
Kate.
That's for sure. Well, Kate Kaiser, the one that they did on Kate Kaiser, the children. Down the meadow in the itty bitty people's white tree. Mother fishy too. Swim to the mother fishy to him if you can, and they swam all over the day. A boat, did the dad wanna chew? A boat, did the dad wanna chew? A boat, did the dad wanna chew?
And he swam all over the dam.
Couple more comments. People would like to talk.
Comments?
Yes. Would you like to talk for a minute?
He would like to sit this gentleman.
Actually, I'd like to donate my
This
time.
is a sweet song. I mean, I would love to be able to acknowledge all of you because you come from such different facets of my life. Sure. There are those of you who I'm really grateful to have in my life. You Let's do some poetry.
She wanted to say something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
No,
wanted
please.
to donate my time to my wife because she wanted to say something.
It's not Congress.
So, as my husband knows, I'm somewhat egocentric. And so I'm thinking about how we've known each other now for 30 years. And that my daughter is now the age I was when we met. And that you really formed a lot of my perceptions of what art and poetry are. And I think about my daughter being 8 years old and so open and malleable. And how normal all of this is to me and new at the same time.
second showing of my art that I had was in 83 or 84.
I'm gonna say it was 85, the
And-
opening of the
and you-
Venus
and you
Gallery.
were-
8.5.
She was 8.5, and that's when I met her and her mom, Nancy, who read with us at first. All right, so you can sit down, Nancy.
I'm Jessica.
This is Jessica and Nancy.
People always think I'm Nancy, so I thought maybe you got confused for a second. When you said, sit down, Nancy.
I'm confused.
Not you, no.
Anyway, it was very quickly, it was a showing of art, and then I wanted to do a response poem, and I asked if someone would like to do it, and I think you just came up and did it.
Yeah.
That was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And I see if you can get the drift of this, huh? Shall we reenact it?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Well, I said to her, repeat after me. What?
Ba.
Ba ba.
Ba ba.
Ba 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 ba.
Ba 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 ba.
Whoa.
Ba oh.
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 It.
It. Oh. Uh-oh. You didn't say it last time.
No, I got her to say bullshit, but so when she was a child, I couldn't get her to do it because every time I went, it, she pointed at me and said, well, like that. Right?
Here is how it went.
Oh, it didn't go that way?
Ish. So, you said, when your mom takes you to the store, when your mom takes you to the store, I'm playing both of us now, and she asks you what you want, and she asks you what you want.
I can play my part.
Oh, you play that. And you say nothing.
And I say nothing.
That's really bullshit.
Bullshit.
And I would not say that. I would. And he tried many times, and then he finally did get me with the piece that you just saw. You got me,
Amazing.
and that
I caught
part
her.
that I did was the
You
part
see,
that
well,
I did.
we don't necessarily get smarter when we get older.
Wiser.
I'm an exception to the case. Let's do it. So, what we're going to do is a little more poetry, but it would be great if you come up and we'll do a group thing. Tim?
No.
You're not leaving, are you?
No.
Okay. I'm watching you.
You'll never get me up there.
Okay, let's put this over here. Thank you, thank you. Tony and Mother Bear, Marilyn, have been performing with me for a long time. We've had a lot of fun doing things, and so tonight we're going to read a geriatric poem too.
Oh, good. And just to say, I was here by 5. Just to clear that all up.
I was here at 4:20.
4:20.
I was too.
At the appointed time. That wasn't my appointed time.
He wasn't here yet.
It's true, I wasn't here, because I figured we didn't need to help each other. You can see where my head has been because it's interesting, it's fascinating to grow old. I remember someone said, when I wake up in my bed, I'm 18 years old. And when I go into the bathroom and look in the mirror, I'm an old man. But that doesn't work with me. When I wake up, I'm 18 years old. And when I go in the bathroom, I see that all the mirrors are broken.
On 3.
You're 3, yeah. When it's over, it's over.
When it's over,
No life,
it's over.
ands,
No ifs,
or buts.
ands, or buts.
When it's over, it's over.
When it's over, it's over. When it's over, when it's over,
no ifs,
ands,
or buts.
we say,
And so it seems,
and so
it
seems,
it must be.
and so it must be.
When it's over,
And so it must be.
at least for those who believe
At least for those
one way,
who believe
who
one
believe
way or
one
the
way
other.
or the other.
When it's over, it's over.
Or when it's over, it's just begun.
And for those who have no idea,
And for those
there is the
who
wonder
have no idea.
and the wait.
Excuse me, this is a duet.
I'm
sorry.
saying you forgot to play.
It's over.
Well, in that case, let's move it over.
Sorry about that.
That's all right, you just go on and.
We'll do it to Tony next time around. It's just begun.
I'm waiting, but usually it's only
And
one.
for those who have no idea,
And for those
there is the
who
wonder
have no idea,
and the wait.
there is the wonder
There,
and the wait.
there is the wonder and the wait.
These are the thoughts which pass through me.
These are the thoughts
I once said,
which pass through
as
me.
I approach
I once said,
middle age,
and these are the thoughts
and
which
these
pass
are the
through
thoughts
me.
which pass through me.
The thoughts
These are
which pass through me
the thoughts
as I
which
approach
pass through me.
that unknown place
As I approach
beyond time.
that unknown place.
A new reality for the
A
believer.
new reality
A barren nothingness
for the believer.
for the
A
disbeliever.
barren nothingness for the disbeliever.
He said, it takes as much faith
He said,
to
it
disbelieve
takes as much faith
as to believe.
to disbelieve
And I say,
as to believe.
it takes a hell of a lot more courage.
When it's over,
There are the thoughts
it's over.
which pass through me.
No ifs, ands, or buts. I once said,
We
as
say,
I approach middle age,
and so it
and
seems,
these are the thoughts
and so it must be,
which pass through me.
at least for those who believe,
As I approach that unknown place,
one way or the other,
one way or the other, a new reality for those who believe.
and for those who have no idea,
A barren nothing.
it takes as much faith
It takes as
to
much
disbelieve
faith to
as
believe
to believe.
as to disbelieve.
And I believe
And I believe
firmly,
staunchly,
hopefully, I believe, I disbelieve,
as I await
await the wonder,
the mystery, and the knowledge. I believe. Now I have a trio there. This is called, by the way, Joel, who was a son-in-law of Alan Watts. You might remember when Alan Watts made that statement. He said, it takes as much faith to disbelieve as to believe. That's what Alan Watts said. Yes, this has 3. Contemplations. To go away.
to go away forever.
What will it feel like to go
What will
away
it feel
forever?
like to go away forever?
This may seem strangely curious,
This may seem
but there's something
strangely curious,
about growing old,
but there's something
chronologically,
about growing old
that excites the
that excites
imagination.
the imagination.
To go away. To go away forever. What will it feel like to go away?
What will it
Forever.
feel like
What
to
will
go
it
away
feel
forever?
like to go away forever?
This may seem strangely curious.
This may seem
But there's something
strangely curious,
about growing old
but there's
chronologically
something
This may seem
that excites the imagination.
about growing old chronologically
strangely curious,
that excites the imagination.
but there's something
That excites the imagination.
about growing old that
About
excites
growing
the
old
imagination.
that excites the imagination.
That excites
That
the
excites the
imagination.
imagination.
The imagination.
Next to being born,
I would imagine
Next to being born, I would imagine that dying
I would imagine
could be
Next to being born.
the most illuminating
I would
event.
imagine
that dying could
that
be
dying could be
The most illuminating
the
event
most illuminating
of one's life.
event of
most
one's life.
illuminating event of one's life.
What will it feel like
To go away forever.
What will it feel like to go away forever?
Forever.
To go away,
What will it feel like?
Forever.
forever being,
Forever.
as staggering
Being.
Forever.
and incomprehensible
As staggering.
Being
a thought
And incomprehensible.
as staggering
as eternity.
A thought.
For isn't one, this may seem strangely curious,
This may seem
but there's something
strangely curious.
about growing old
This may seem
But there's something
that excites the imagination.
strangely curious,
about growing old
but there's something
that excites the imagination.
All staggering thoughts, but thoughts
All staggering thoughts.
staggering thoughts
we need not concern ourselves over.
We need not
we
concern
need not
ourselves
concern
about.
ourselves about.
But wouldn't it be remarkable
Wouldn't it
if we awaken
be
from
remarkable
this sleep
But wouldn't it
if we awaken
into a paradise
be remarkable
from this sleep
of sorts?
into a paradise
if we
I'm
awakened
not sure
of sorts?
from this sleep
I would be welcome there.
I'm not sure.
into a paradise of sorts?
What
would it feel like
to
to
go away
forever?
forever? I'm not sure I'd be
I'm not
welcome
sure
there.
I would be
Sure, I
welcome
would be
there.
welcome there.
Still, it's curiously exciting
Still,
to continue
it's curiously exciting
knowing
to continue
that every step
Still, it seems strangely exciting
knowing
is a step closer.
that every step
to continue,
is a step closer
knowing that every step
to the end.
is a step closer to
Is a
the
step
end.
closer to the end. To
the
the
end.
end.
The
To the end of what?
This illusion of life.
And the beginning of what?
The end.
So I'm going to do one more with my ladies, and then perhaps
It's ladies.
with the team, with the girls, with the girls.
Your
Come on, hit
ladies.
me, Barbie.
Your ladies.
All right. So this one is called, this will be the last one because I can see they're getting restless.
Oh, the natives restless. The natives are restless. The natives are restless.
Okay, this is called talking. I'm talking more to myself these days.
I'm talking more to myself.
I'm talking
more to myself.
I'm talking more to myself these days.
I'm talking
on the inside.
And on the outside.
more to myself these days. These days, to myself.
It's all talk. It's all conversation.
It's all talk.
All conversation.
And I seem to
And
be
I
listening.
seem to be listening.
More carefully these days.
Yeah.
He's talking more to himself these days. As is evidence.
That is the funniest thing because it's all familiar to me because I'm saying the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, you did losing language
Forward,
too.
oh, I did this
So how
one
about
too.
this
Yeah, they concerts all the time.
My point being that we're all the same age. We all live and die in the same moment. What separates one moment from the other is eternity. Nothing. We're in all of it. There is no age. How could there be age if there is no time?
There is no age.
But that's debatable.
How could there be age?
There is no age. No age.
We all came here
If there is no time.
from somewhere,
But that's debatable.
How could there be age?
We all came here
and that takes time.
from somewhere,
If there is no time,
So there must be time.
and that takes time.
But passing time?
So there must be time.
but that's debatable. That's debatable.
We all came here
We
from
all
somewhere.
came here from somewhere.
And that's debatable too.
There is
There
no
is
age.
no age.
And that's debatable too.
But passing time,
Time passing,
That's a matter for future discussion.
and that's another matter
And if there's no future, if there is a future,
for future discussion.
there must be a past
And if there's a future,
from which it came.
there must be a past.
there is no age.
We're
all the same age.
But that's another matter.
But that's
for
another
further
matter for
discussion.
future discussion.
And if there is a future,
And if
there must be a past.
there's a future,
And if
From which it came.
there must be a past.
there's a future,
And history and change
From which it came,
there must be a past.
are elements of time.
and history and movement.
From which it came.
How could anyone dispute this?
Are elements of time.
And history.
An English scientist proclaims
How could anyone dispute this?
that there is only now
And movement.
and all the other nows.
How
could anyone dispute this?
Only now,
And all the other nows.
and this is now, and we are in it.
And this is now.
And I've been in it longer than anyone in this room,
And I've been in it
There is no age.
except for one dear friend,
longer than anyone,
probably in the front row.
except for one dear friend.
If there is no
And
time,
I'm looking ahead
Probably in the front row.
to another age,
there is no age.
which is effortless.
Which is effortless if there is no age. If there is no age. And that's debatable too.
Thank you, those who support and appreciate and love what I'm doing. And I want to do one more thing. Peter, are you here in the room? Yeah, Peter, Thank you.
Excuse me, can I just say one
Oh,
little
God,
thing?
yes.
One little thing.
Oh, yes.
I just want to thank you for a decade of working with you. The honor and the magic that it has meant to me is beyond my own words. I want to wish you a really amazing, special, magic birthday and tell you how much I love you and think of you and miss you. And I'm so pleased that I can be here. Help you celebrate.
What a gift that is. Thank you. Okay. Peter and I've known each other for quite a while, and Peter is a first-rate musician, outstanding piano player, and a conductor. He conducted the world premiere of my Symphony on the Holocaust in Evanston on September 20th, 2012. And I've written a lot of my stuff is actually scored like music. Got lovely faces out there. I wrote in I finished my journal today. I wanted to finish it on my birthday. I like to do things like that. I also finished 89 and beyond each year of my life. I write poetry and expand. And what I said in the journal, the last day of my life, what the hell did I say? Oops.
In your journal, on the last thing.
Tell me what I said. I said it's just been great being in your lives and having you in mine, all of you, family and dear friends. It's great. It's very touching seeing you all here, sharing 90 years old with you. I used to think that was old. I had no idea. It was so young. It's incredible. Carolyn and I, I'm so happy to have this celebration. The night before last, Carolyn and I were in bed talking after we just made love for the third time. And I said to her, maybe we should just do a smaller thing, knowing goddamn well that I didn't want to do it. And thank you, everyone who's come this distance to be with me. I cry over commercials if they're poorly done. I'm feeling joyous and happy and grateful to be able to cry. Thank you all for being here. Oh, yes. I want to do this. This will give you an idea of the kind of stuff I was doing some years ago. And there are duets and trios here.
I did get my glasses. That's why I was asking you if we were going to do it, but I'll squint.
You farsighted?
Yes.
So the few
with
that
astigmatism, that's the problem.
well, then shall I go like this while I'm doing it to just you?
Astigmatism. Thanks anyway. Very kind.
This was the first work that I did for my voice rhythmically like this, and it was called Fugue and Variations. Speak with precision, never make thee omit precision, but if you should find that speaking's not for you, speaking's not for you, then I offer this advice to you.
That speaking's not for
Speaking's not for you. Look around, look around, look around, look around.
Offer this advice.
What do you see? What do you see? What do you see?
Look around.
What do you see? What do you see? What do you see?
Look around.
See.
Round.
See. What do you See.
Round.
What do you? See.
Round.
Look
up.
round.
Round.
What do you see?
Look
What
around.
do you see?
Look up.
Round.
What do you see?
Look
What
around.
do you see?
Look up. Press. Speak with
What do you see?
precision.
Never.
What do you see? What do you see?
Never,
What do you
never,
see?
babe. Look around.
The
Look around. Look around.
What do you?
But
What do you?
if you should
What do you
find
see?
that speaking's not for
you,
then I
It's
advice
offer
to
this
you.
advice to you. Look
Go
around.
feel love.
You know, we both blew it here and there, but
That was really cool.
that was good.
That was really
We were right on every moment.
Do your sunglasses.
No.
This is called.
Yeah, I do need it, but it's okay.
This involves the interweavings, triplets and four beats and so on. It's called duet. Have I ever told you? Have I ever told you? Have I ever told you?
Have I ever,
Have I told?
ever
Have I
told you, ever,
told? Have
ever
I
told you?
Have I told
Ever,
you?
have I told
Have
you?
I told you?
Have I
Have I ever told you?
ever told you?
Have I told you? Have I?
Have I ever told you?
Told you?
Have I ever told you? Have I?
Have I ever?
Told you? Have I?
Ever? I ever? I ever? Have I ever? Have I ever? Have I ever told you? Have I
Told you? Have I? Told you? Have I? That.
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 I.
That I.
That I.
That I.
That I.
That I.
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 That I. That I.
Ever.
That I.
Ever.
That I. That I. That I. That I. That I. That I. Have I ever told you?
Have I
ever told you that I ever told you that I?
ever told you that I?
Have I?
That I?
Have I ever?
That I?
Have I ever? Have I ever? I ever have I?
I ever
have I told you
I ever
that
I ever
I
ever
have I ever told you that I have I ever have I ever have
that I
told
you that I have I
told you
have I
told you ever
ever
told you ever have I told you ever
told you
have I
have I
have I
have I
have I ever told you? We're running out of time, so
We're never out of
No, we're
time.
never out of time. There's no such thing as
No
time.
such thing.
Anybody up here?
Anybody have it? How did you like that stuff? It's good. I've written thousands of pages. 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 points. It's there. It'll be your responsibility too. I want you to do well.
It's time for cake.
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 And maybe we'll do a toast or two.
Let me cake.
Yeah, that's, I guess we've run over a little bit. God, it's been fun. And if I miss mentioning anyone that's here should have special mention. I probably did it on purpose.
So bad.
Should we do it in here?
I will be there. You guys are taking off.
I am going to write a special poem like his called the Ballad of Number 3.
Oh, yes, he's up to
The Ballad of the Third.
Really forgot. Oh, that was classic. Whatever it is, it's going to be fun.
Good job. A lot of fun in the last decade.
You guys must have had a blast.
So, Ray, are you living around?
I'm actually on the road.
Toby, I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
I'll never believe all these words. Give me a call.
Dad, can you come outside for a minute? Can you come out?
Yeah. And I'll see you for breakfast.
Bring everyone. Should have told everyone.
Breakfast tomorrow. None of them are rowdy. They're okay. They're not messing with
This is your journey deal, huh?
Yeah. No, that's Sunday night. Sunday abalone dinners at Didgeridoo. It's free and open to everybody. Bring a wine and dessert. Starts at 7 o'clock. That's from the beginning of April until the end of June. I'm a great kick-ass diver, so I get big abalones. Feed a lot of people.
See ya Sunday, huh?
Yeah, try and come.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
To you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Toby. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
I spoke with just before I came over here. She wasn't coming back. She was in Santa Rosa. She went down to visit her son with another thing who lives in Southern California. And she was
So that's 5 to 10.
No, I don't think we're leaving that. Ryan, I see you playing your soprano.
I was picking up. I didn't have my balance.
Okay, well, open it up and leave this guy. I know. And let's just you can have some,
Thank you very much. I really take that to heart. Here's your cake. I said I'm going to
Driving. I'll drive the first. I'll drive the first hour.
Oh, did you score in there? Whoa, save the game.
or even right here. That would be a good spot because no one will step on you.
Oh, look at that. Beeline.
Yeah. #1 cake fanatic.
The cake. Yeah. He needs to be the cake.
He is the cake. Yeah, sure. Hey Enzo, how old are you?
Coffee.
4. No, 4.
Oh. Old enough to know how to get a piece of cake on a fork.
Oh, yum. I mean, he fell down, but he saved his cake. I mean, it was like, whoa. It was like,
Yeah, no way that's going to drop.
I know. Everybody can get their own now.
spasms.
Pretty good stuff?
Hey, you got frogs on your feet. Oh, dinosaurs?
Have some cake.
Okay, alligator. Okay. They got eyes on looking at you.
Did you get your fruit from the side? Go get your fruit from the side.
You look terrific.
Need that good? You want one?
Hey, Lisa.
Sure. Okay, thank you.
Hey, Lisa. I double dog dare you to eat a piece.
I think this is mine.
We'll have a seat.
Did you have enough cake? Is that all the cake?